Welcome to another episode of the Penny Hunt and Fill series for my channel, Mo Hunt Silver. This is going to be episode number 12, and we have boxes 22 and 23. This time we do have NF String & Sons boxes, so we could see that they were circulated from the holes in the bottoms, but I did want to open the boxes to check for any kind of enders. And box number 22, we do not have any, but box number 23... I did notice we do have right here one wheat cent ender, so we'll have to see what the date is once we get into box number 2 for this hunt and see what the date is on that one. So we will be looking for any kind of wheat cents, if we can find an Indian head cent, maybe a proof strike of some sort, any kind of varieties or errors, and anything else we need to fill these books right here. We did make it up to 197 of the possible 287 spots to fill in all 4 of these books. So we only have 90 spots to go. And it's going to start getting tougher now, I'm sure. But we'll just have to see what's in these boxes. And I'd like to remind everyone, if you're new, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate every subscription that I get. And thanks for watching. If you enjoy the content, please give it a thumbs up. So, well, I think we'll get started then right here on roll number 1 for box 22, and then we'll see what we can find in this roll and going on. So let's see what we can get. Well, finally, I'm just starting roll number 20 of this box, and I'm finally going to have something to show you. And under my microscope, I have a 2011, and we're going to have a double die. This is going to be, from what I saw here on Variety Vista, DDO-002, and it's kind of subtle, but it's definitely there. And you can see, I think if I move my example down here, you can see how that O is very thin down here on the bottom, and the one I have right here is the same. Also, the date has doubling on it. It's very subtle. You can see a little cat's eye in the 0 and the 2, and both ones are a little bit thicker. And also, Liberty is thicker as well. And if I scroll down on Variety Vista, you can see that right here as well. The thickness on the left side of all the letters, and that's exactly what I have here as well. So pretty cool. See if we'll see if there's anything else in this roll, and if not, I'll be back whenever I have my next find. Hopefully we get a wheat cent here soon, because I don't have a single one yet out of this box. Roll number 22, about halfway through, and we're gonna have an older Canadian cent. And this is going to be a King George VI, so we can turn this over and see what's on the reverse side for a date. Oh wow, and that's going to be a 1946. Don't see them that old very often. Oh, in earlier rolls, I didn't mention them in the prior clip when we found the 2011, but we also did find a 1983 from Canada and a 1992 from Canada. So that 46 is actually the third from Canada, and no wheat cents yet, but we'll keep looking. Roll number 25. So we're halfway through this first box, and we're finally going to have our first wheat cent for this hunt. It does look like it's kind of worn on the reverse, so I don't know what the date of this is yet, but let's flip it over. And oh wow, that is going to be an oldie. That's 107 years old, 1917, and that looks like a Denver. Put it under the scope quick. Yep, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see it there. That is definitely a D, and I believe that's going to fill a spot in the book too. So that's pretty awesome. Hopefully we can find more old ones like that. Roll number 39, and we're going to have a rare find for this box. It's going to be our second wheat cent, And we have a 1942 out of Denver. Wow. It's 2 wheat cents for the box. Oh, and also, a few rolls earlier, we did find another Canadian cent, 1982. So we can add that with our other foreigns up here and continue hunting. Hopefully we'll find something something else for this hunt. Very next roll, roll number 40, and we're going to have another wheat cent. And this one's reverse facing, so we can flip it over and see what we have for a date. This one looks like it could be older again. Let's see what we got. What is our date? And it's not. Just a worn 1950 out of Denver. Alrighty. Well, hey, at least we have 3 wheat cents in the box now so far. Roll number 44, and we're going to have the 4th wheat cent for the box. And we're going to have a 1955. It doesn't even look like there's any poor man's. But it's going to be a regular 1955 out of Philly. Alright, not bad. A couple coins left, and we'll move on to roll number 45. Box 22 is now hunted, and we did not have that many finds in this box. Actually, most of our finds are going to be Canadian, with 5 right there. And we were only able to pull 4 wheat cents out of this box. First one being a 1917 out of Denver, which is going to be a spot filler in the book. And then we also had a 1942 out of Denver, a 1950 out of Denver, and a 1955 Philly. And then I guess really the find of this box is going to be this 2011 DDO, which is DDO-002 for 2011 on Variety Vista. So we'll move on to box number 23 for the series, and hopefully that one will give us more wheat cents. We do know that we have 1 ender in that box, so hopefully there's a few more hiding in the rolls. But oh, and copper for box number 22. Which we'll get the scale turned on right now. And we'll get this on here. And we have 2 pounds and just over 13 ounces. So that's about average. Not bad. So we'll see what we can get out of box 23. Alright, let's move on to it and see what we can find. Roll number 3 is going to be our first wheat cent. And this is actually the ender roll for box 23. So we can flip it over. And it looks like it's heavily environmentally damaged, but we can probably at least get a date off of it. And let's see what we have here. And that's going to be a 1952 out of Denver with a lot of environmental damage. But that'll be wheat cent number 1 for box 23. And we'll see what else is in the roll. Alright, well, box number 23 is already starting out way better than box 22. Because we're on roll number 4 right now. I just flattened them out, and I already see 2 wheat cent reverses. First one is right here, and the second one is right there. So we can get into this here and see what we have for a date on wheat cent number 2 for this box. And that's going to be a very common 1944 out of Philly. And let's see, right back here is the second one. Let's see what we have for a date on this one as well. Oh, just caught a peek of it. But that's going to be a pretty common 1951 out of Philly with some pretty bad scratching right there, right in front of Lincoln's mouth. All right. And I believe that's all I saw in this roll. Yeah, I think so. Definitely got a bunch of copper, though, for sure. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for wheat cents. If there's any kind of varieties or anything, though, I'll be back to share it with you. Roll number 8 is going to have wheat cent number 4 sneak up on us here. And I did not know this was a wheat cent until I flipped it over. And I saw this because there is so much corrosion in that on this thing. I actually had to rub it some to figure out what the date was. And I don't know if you guys can see it there. So I'll put it under the scope. And it's still going to be kind of hard to see, but that is going to be a 1944 out of Denver. And if that has the D over S, it's going to be almost impossible to see that. So, but that's cool. Wheat cent number 4, box 23. Just going through the second half of roll number 10, and holy crap, look at this 1944 I just found. This thing is insane. Look at all the hair detail. Check out what the reverse looks like. That's actually not bad. It's got some nice coloring to it. Wow, a lot of detail. This is definitely going to be an upgrade for the album, that's for sure. Pretty sweet. Let me just check it under the scope real quick. Yeah, look at all the detail in the hair and the ear. Wow, this is a really, really nice wheat cent. Get my finger out of the way. But, alright. So that's going to be wheat cent number 5. And it's a blazer. Nice. I bring you guys back in after a few rolls, because we're on roll number 22 now. And we found 3 foreigns up until now. And the first one is this one right here that I just found now. And that's going to be a 1951 from Canada. So that's King George VI right there. That's pretty cool. Another old Canadian. And then a few rolls earlier, we also found another 1992 Canadian cent. And then also a 1 cent 1973. And this is going to be from Bermuda. You guys can see it right there on the right-hand side. So that's pretty cool. That's the, what is that? The pig cent. Yep. Haven't gotten one of those in a while. But I'm going to go through the rest of this roll, and we'll see what else we have in here, if anything. And if not, I'll be back when I do. Roll number 24, and this was 5 coins from the end. I already saw the date. We're going to have another oldie. We got a 1917, and this one's out of Philly this time. So that's going to be another 107-year-old coin for this hunt. That one, though, will not be a book filler, because we already have one. But that's pretty cool. First roll in the second half of box 23. And we're going to have a really nice reverse here. And it's brown, but it is in good condition. And let's flip this over and see what the date is of this. I'm going to guess that it's in the 50s most likely, because that's what they usually are. But let's see what we have. What? Wow, are you kidding? 1936, and that's... Yeah, that's a San Francisco. Man, look at the condition of that, too. He's got a bunch of hair detail still on him. Wow. Alright, I'll definitely put a mintage below. And this is going to be another book filler, I believe. So that is cool. We're going to have 2 spots filled in the book for this episode so far. And they're both before 1940. Just flattened out the very next roll. So we're on roll 27 right now. And we're going to have a wheat reverse facing here. So we can pull this out. And this one doesn't look like it's going to be super old. But let's see what we have for a date. And it's going to be a 56 Denver, so we can check that at least for an RPM. A repunched mint mark of any kind. I'm not seeing anything. No. And no die chip, BIE, anything like that. Okay. But we got a 56 Denver. Alright guys, I'm working on roll number 32. I had it kind of spill out on me. But I came up to a 2019. And the date looked like it was kind of odd to me, like on the thicker side. So I threw it under my scope. And you can definitely see there's thickness there. So I was checking on Variety Vista. And this looks like, to me, that it's going to be DDO DDO-001. And you can see how thick that is on the example they have on Variety Vista. And if we click on this, and I'll pan out here some, but we can go up through, and there you can see the thickness on the date. And then I guess for this one, really, the telltale, because this is going to be in stage C that we have it, but Liberty right here, there's a notch on the bottom of the T and also on the Y, and then again on the T there's another notch, excuse me, right up here. And let me go back to the scope, and I'll move our example we just found over. There it is. All right, and you can see we have the exact same thing. Notching on the T, the Y, and on the top of the T right there. So that's pretty cool. Haven't found one of these in a while. And this one's in about the same condition, I guess, as the other one that I found, but happy to have it. And that's another find for the hunt. Sweet. I'll keep going through these, see if there's anything else. Just working on the last half of roll number 40 for box 23. And I came up to this one here, which is going to be a 1937 out of Philly. Another old wheat cent. All right. We'll add it up here with the rest of them, and we'll continue to hunt. Just flattened out roll number 45 for box 23. And I saw towards the back here, if you guys can see that, we have a 1945 sticking out right there. So we can pull that out. And it's got some corrosion, but definitely going to be a 45 Philly. Pretty common. I'm sure we'll find a bunch more of these in the future. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in here. Alright, well, that's going to do it for box number 23. This was not a very super productive hunt. We didn't have a ton of finds, but a few of the finds that we did have in this box were pretty good. We got a total of 5 foreign coins, 4 of them being Canadian, and then 1 pig cent from Bermuda. Let's see, we got a total of, I believe, 5 2009s. At least 1 from each of the 4 designs there. None of the formative years are DDRs at all. So just regular formative years, 2009s. And then we got a total of 10 wheat cents, 3 of them being pre-1940. And the oldest is this 1917. That's 107 years old. That's pretty awesome. Nice. It's pretty cool to find cents out there that are that old still circulating. And then we found 2 in the 30s, one of them being a 1936 S, actually not in bad condition, and that's going to be a great addition to the book. It'd be hard to top that one. And then a 1937 Philly. We were able to score 4 from the 40s, most of them being all common dates, 44s and 45, but this 144 is a blazer. And that's going to be a great upgrade for the album as well. And then only 3 for the 50s. None of them in great shape or anything like that. But that's going to do it for wheat cents. And then under my scope, I would say the find of this hunt is going to be this 2019 DDO right here. And on Variety Vista, it's DDO-001. So that is pretty cool. And we also added a few more cents to our possible additions or upgrades in the book. And then we just have to do our copper for this box. The scale is ready. And we'll throw that on there. And we're going to have 3 pounds and just over 1 ounce. So that is another pretty good box of copper. But, alright, so that's going to do it for box 23. I guess I'll be back with a final wrap up and we'll get these coins put in the albums. So this is going to be everything we found in this hunt, guys. And we have a total of 10 foreigns, 9 of them being Canadian and 1 Bermuda cent. and then a total of 8 2009s. We have all 4 designs. And then a total of 15 wheat cents between the 2 boxes. And 4 of them are pre-1940. So that's awesome. And then we got 2 DDOs in this hunt. A 2011 and a 2019. That is pretty awesome. But I'm happy with the way this hunt went. And we found a couple more DDOs and some awesome scents to add to the albums. And that's our next phase we're going to do here. And then between 2 boxes that we hunted in this hunt, we got a total of 5 pounds and 14 ounces of copper. So that's about average for what we get in this area. And yeah, let's get these albums out now and see what we can fill and upgrade. I'll be right back. And now here's a look at our books for how they're coming along at the end of episode 12. We had 4 additions in this episode and 5 upgrades. 2 of our additions are going to be pre-1940, with the first one being this 1917 out of Denver right here. And you can see there's only 55 million minted. And then our second is going to be this really good condition 1936 San Francisco with just over 29 million minted. So that is awesome. And then our 4th edition is going to be a 2005 Denver right here. So we did not have that one in nice condition yet, so we added that one today. And then also, I almost forgot about it, but we didn't have a 2023 Denver in here yet. So I was able to find a couple of those in these boxes, and we added that spot today. So that is awesome. And then our upgrades, first one is going to be this 1944 out of Philly with that blazer that we got in box, what was that, box 22, or 23, I'm sorry, box 23. And then our next upgrade is going to be a beautiful 1969S that I didn't show, but this is a blazer for a 1969S. Look at that thing in the light. That is really nice. I don't think we're going to top that one. And then we also had a 1974 out of Denver. Another nice blazer. You see that in the light. Looks very nice. 1986 would be our 4th upgrade, which it's going to be very hard to top that one. And then last but not least, a 1991 out of Philly. Right there. So that is going to do it for this episode. We had 4 additions, 5 upgrades, and we found 2 DDOs. So, again, once again, there's a final look at the books for how they're coming along. And now we only have 86 spots to fill in these books yet. So we're getting pretty far along and only 23 boxes hunted. And I'm happy with the way this is going. And if you guys like this video, because we're going to end it here, please give it a thumbs up. And if you've made it this far through it, please remember to hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost a thing, and it helps the channel grow. So, alright, we'll see you on episode 13 or the next video. Have a good one, guys.